Yeah, hey, Nicole, there's a lot of fear surrounding these kind of communities that are quite literally caught in the middle. And we're standing in one of those communities. I want to show you what this looks like here because this is beautiful riverfront property, right? They're literally along the Rio Grande. That's their front yard. But then check this out, Nicole. This is their backyard. We're literally standing with the big wall right there as kind of an eyesore for them. But a lot of individuals do believe that this is kind of a site that they want here because it brings in reinforcement. It brings in law enforcement. So where we are right now, we're on the Vega in Del Rio. It was pretty much the epicenter for illegal crossings for migrants over the last couple of years. Now, they're running through yards out here. They're hiding under docks out here. But ultimately, this is what it kind of led to. In September of 2021, thousands of migrants, we're talking about 16,000 migrants, mostly from Haiti, ended up underneath that international bridge here. And then just down the road in Eagle Pass, look at this incredibly nice neighborhood. So homes there, look at this. They rise to mansion level status. It's where the barriers are ending, and it's kind of acting like a funnel. The area has now become a staging ground for law enforcement. See, just below it is the Rio Grande, and migrants are crossing there daily by the hundred. But there's some private property there, so the wall ends. The buses can't come down to the river, so they end up there to be transported. But not all of them stick to the group. Some of them evade. We talked to neighbors there, people telling us they just don't feel safe talking because of fear of retaliation from the cartels and also from anyone who doesn't see the border crisis as an issue. One neighbor telling us off camera that he looked over his fence one day and 5 men were actually leaning up against the fence, just waiting for law enforcement to leave. Another woman was followed into her home by migrants. Her husband telling me that she locked herself inside of her car in the garage until police arrived. Now, they were too fearful to talk. However, Gilberto Rodriguez has been living in the neighborhood since 1969. While he was hesitant to talk, he does tell us that he does not feel safe living there for the first time. Take a listen.
I get my gun. I have a gun.
So you're protecting yourself?
I protect my family, yes. It's me and my wife. Mm-hmm.
So first thing you're doing is you're grabbing your gun.
Yeah.
And then what's going? Then what do you think?
I come in and check around, and if they come, if not, I report it to BP or I call the sheriff, which they come by too, or the police.
Now, that's the reality for Gilberto and his wife, Camilla. So the Biden administration did halt the construction on the wall. Basically, day one said they weren't going to build another foot of that wall barrier. But it actually has built some in Starr County and also in the Yuma sector as well. Now, both Trump and Harris have talked about plans to continue the construction of the wall. Nichole.
All right. So, Al, you're talking about that. How much of the southern border actually has a wall? How many more communities will potentially be impacted?
There's a lot of nuances down here, right? Because a lot of this land is private land. So Texas is up against that right now. However, Texas is doing Texas things down here and said, hey, this area doesn't want to build a wall, this ranch, so we'll buy it. So Texas actually just went in and bought about 1,400 acres in order to build some wall. Take a listen to what the land commissioner had to say about that before we get into the numbers here.
We have this problematic landowner. She will not allow law enforcement access to the property, and she will not give us an easement to build the wall. And so we said, okay, we know how to acquire property. It's one of the things we do. So we purchased her ranch, and within 24 hours, we, had the easement for the wall done. We expect construction to start in 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at the breakdown of the current status of the wall. Governor Greg Abbott has built nearly 50 miles in the Lone Star State, 13 under construction, and then add another 1.5 miles with that recent land grab. And then look at the previous administrations leading up to where we are right now. Former President George W. Bush had a little less than 450 miles of barrier. Former President Obama had about 137 miles. We haven't gotten to that slide yet, but trust me, these numbers are there. Former President Trump, meanwhile, 452 miles, and then President Biden with about 20 miles. Again, something that the administration swore they would not do. But Nichole, it pretty much came down to funding. They said if you don't use it, you lose it. So the Biden administration says, okay, we'll build some of that wall. Some of this wall structure is actually material that the taxpayers bought and paid for under the former administration under Trump. And Abbott bought it and is building this wall. He's almost done. It's almost reached the dam now at this point, Nichole. And Texas just acquired another 300,000 acres in the Big Bend sector. No plans for a wall there just yet.
Not just yet. All right. Allie Bradley live for us there in Del Rio. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.